The famous We Love Houston sign just off Interstate 10. We're coming to you from the Toyota Center in the biggest city in the Lone Star State. Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. And we got a chance now to check out multiple seasons of assist numbers and what has been the trend for Harden.
The drop in his assists over the past few years have made him more of a one-dimensional player offensively. He needs to get that passing element back in his game, and that'll make life a lot more difficult for opposing defenses.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, guys, we know Russell Westbrook is fearless on the court and with his sense of fashion. Growing up around Los Angeles, he said, I felt like every day was the first day of school. That's how it was the minute I woke up. And guys, he's starting to release his own lines of clothing and accessories. I have a couple in my closet. Back to you.
Influential with his taste for sure, David. Thank you. But this is a game you and I have been looking forward to for a long time. Two teams that have been absolutely terrific of late.
Yeah, you look at these teams, Kevin, and they play together. They play for each other, which is always great to see. But you know what? Something's got to give tonight. It should be quite a show.
Ready with your popcorn, buckled in, harnessed in, ready to go?
Ready to roll.
So the Nets starting five. Prince and Durant are at the 3 and the 4. Irving and LeVert are at the 1 and 2. And it's Jordan in at the center, locking down the middle. And for the Rockets, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with Green, and it's Tucker in at the 5, down low. Now here's Westbrook. Against Golden State, he was really on his game. From the arc. Rebound, Brooklyn. Last time they met was in Brooklyn.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
Yeah, sloppy play sabotaged them. I mean, they'll have to be much more focused this time around.
Harden outside. Covington against Prince. Covington passes to Westbrook. No good on that one. Some solid defense there from Irving. Prince wide open. Jordan kicks to Prince. Cans the shot from the wing.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for Houston. 4-point game. Pass to Covington. Irving against Westbrook. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, you knew after the Paul George trade that the Thunder would look to sell on Westbrook as well. Just part of the rebuild at this point. His agent did well to get him to a team looking to compete. A great fit for a player in this stage of Russ's career.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw.
And, you know, the Brooklyn Nets last season more than doubling their win total from 2 years prior. Great improvement. A surprise playoff team in the East for sure.
And the attendance numbers can lag behind for a breakout team, Clark. Last season, the Nets, for instance, ranked last in the NBA.
Yeah, sometimes it just takes a little bit, guys, before you catch up. The winning leading to fans. After the 2019 playoff run, I think they're going to see more people in the seats for sure.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 3 from KD. And Westbrook pulls it down.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
In addition to his strength, Harden has deceptive quickness. He just has this unique knack to get by whoever's guarding him because he's strong and crafty.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. And here is Durant. A 26-point game for him in the win against New York.
And he also controlled the backboard as well. I mean, he really did a terrific job. You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
And that one's good. Westbrook.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
Last game for the Rockets, they picked up the win against the Warriors in San Francisco. Outside Irving. Now the pass to KD. Six on the shot clock. Jordan trying to free himself up. Second shot opportunity. Back to KD. They grab their own miss. Jordan. They shoot again. Shot's good by Durant.
Yeah, you look at the way Kevin Durant releases it so high. Makes it hard to block, which is why he's such an efficient inside scorer.
Now here's Westbrook checking some stats on him right now. He's averaging just around 22.5 points a game. Harden finds Westbrook. Harden trying to get open, and it's Westbrook. That time on the assist by Harden.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Here's Irving, and he just worked New York in that last game. It's stolen by Green. It's Harden with the drive, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
Phenomenal body control from Harden. Superb at just knifing inside and forcing the defense to whack him.
And with all the accolades that James Harden has accumulated in his career, Clark, the one thing missing is a championship ring.
And, you know, there's no guarantees for however great you are individually that you'll win a championship. We've got a lot of great players that weren't able to get that done. But, you know, when you think about it, that's one thing that's keeping him from being in the all-time great shooting guard conversation in the eyes of some. Team success is critically important. Championships add to your resume, but I think at the end of the day, when you maximize your individual contributions, that should be worth something in terms of your recognition and accolades.
And the first one at the line is good. Clark, here we are mid-season, and certain teams seem to really change gear and ratchet up the intensity.
Yeah, I agree with you. And some of that is familiarity, understanding who you are and what it takes for you to win, and being healthy is a big part of that. I think teams all over the league go through stretches where they're in a nice groove and rhythm, and there are a lot of variables that play into that.
Things settle down, don't they? Rotations, routines, like you said, all those things important.
Yeah, exactly. Well said.
Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And Irving is comfortable running the offense. When a teammate's open, he's quick to whip it around and get him a good look.
Now here's Westbrook. He has 6. Harden outside. Lets it go. Connects. The jumper drops. Harden's got his second basket of the night.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Nets trail by 4. Irving looking over the floor. Passes it to Prince. Here's LeVert. Nobody near Irving. It's Prince on the wing. He's covered by Westbrook. Westbrook against Prince. Over Westbrook. And another shot. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And this spot has always been Jordan's biggest drawback. He's never been able to make his free throws at even a modest rate, and teams are never afraid to put him on the line.
First one falls for him.
And after spending his first NBA decade with the Clippers, DeAndre Jordan bounced around last season. Remains a supreme athlete and rebounder, though, at that center position.
And so Jordan nails both of them. And a nightly double-double threat is DeAndre Jordan, but some dissatisfaction with his play last season. Greg, what was that?
Well, I felt like his impact has tailed off just a bit from his peak with the Clippers. Sometimes the great athletes have more of an adjustment as they enter their 30s.
Now here's Harden. 32 points for him last game against Golden State.
And his scoring is going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game.
Now LeVert. James Harden missing on the three. Irving for three. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. Houston's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Pass to Green. Outside Covington. Baseline jumper. Jordan with the rebound. And it's Irving with the ball for the Nets. Trailing by 2. Allen. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. For Houston, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. And Harden with the stuff.
Ferociousness from Harden, looking like he wants to tear the rim off.
Brooklyn's gone 0 of 4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Irving passes to Prince. Here's Allen. Defended by Covington. Down low. Irving kicks to Prince. 5 to shoot. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Spencer Dinwiddie's checked in for Brooklyn. Irving against Westbrook. Dinwiddie outside. Shot clock at 6. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Boy, it's so difficult to corral Dinwiddie. Even when you get physical with him, he finds a way to power through.
Westbrook kicks to Covington. No good on the triple. Brooklyn trailing. To the middle. Here's Jordan. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 3 assists tonight.
Jordan very efficient in the paint because of his length. Close to the bucket, he's hard to deal with.
Now here's Westbrook. He's got 6. Harden scanning the floor. Tucker with the ball. He's against Jordan. From deep, Harden. Rebounded by the Nets. Jordan's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
And the dunk by Westbrook.
Man, I tell you what, one of the things I love about Westbrook is the ferocity with which he attacks the rack. When he's driving inside, he's trying to punish the defender and the basket.
So it's Brooklyn now, following the score by Houston. Here's Irving. No points in the game yet for him. Prince, right side, kicks to Irving. A 3 ball. They get it again.
Yeah, Jordan is aggressive as a rebounder. He uses his massive body, athleticism, and long arms to wreak havoc on the glass.
Now here's Westbrook. 8 points for him. Pass to Green. Dinwiddie against Harden. And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
Yeah, that barrel-chestedness of Harden's, so much strength and body control. It's hard to stop him from scoring.
The Nets shooting 33% here in the first quarter. Inside. And the shot goes in. Dinwiddie's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game. A lot of players keep track of their stats, their own team stats. But Clark, how much do guys pay attention to stats in game?
I have no idea. I mean, I know stat sheets are given to the coaches during the timeouts, throughout the game, but I don't think players in general are able to monitor their numbers. Now, there are exceptions to every rule. I imagine every team may have a player or two that can chart his numbers during the game, but the vast majority are too occupied with playing the game to keep up with the stats.
And they're looking up at the scoreboard too, aren't they? Because they give individual stats up on the board.
Oh, man. I tell you that, and then watching replays is one of my pet peeves with players. I mean, they should just focus on playing the game instead of always looking up to see if they fouled or not.
Houston shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Shoot 2.
And he knocks down the first one.
And for so many things that the Rockets do right, one area they can lapse in is rebounding.
Yeah, and a big part of that, I think, is they play a lot of small ball, and the defense is decent, but the rebounding suffers when they go small. They were bottom 3 in the league last year in rebounding.
And so he hits both.
And we see the league-wide move discouraging mid-range shots. The Nets definitely among that group.
Yeah, and it's borne out here in that last season they took the 3rd fewest mid-range shots and allowed the 2nd most. So the analytics message taking real strong hold in Brooklyn.
Here's Rivers. Spencer Dinwiddie picking up that last basket. There's the pass to Tucker. Here's Carroll over Chandler. And Carroll gets it to go. Dinwiddie with it. He had 13 points in the win against New York. To the inside, Allen lays it up off the glass. Allen's got the game tied up here for the Nets.
Boy, good touch inside. I mean, Allen does have a nice looking shot, but he's really at home near the hoop.
Passes to Tucker. Back to Rivers. He kicks to Cephalosha. That one off the back iron and out. And for the Nets, they're shooting 42% to begin this game. For 3, Harris. No good there. And Houston the other way now. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
There's all kind of talk in the game today about stretching the floor, because when you do that, everything else just becomes a little easier.
They get it back. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Brooklyn shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement. So that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
And, well, whatever your feelings may be on the Rockets, you can't deny their offense works.
Yeah, it does work, really. I mean, I agree with you. 2nd in offensive rating last year, 4th in effective field goal percentage. This team knows how to produce points and be efficient in doing so, and they stay with their approach. They don't let teams take them off their game plan. And, you know, guys, you look at the Rockets, they've been in the midst of a great championship window. A lot of teams have been trying to avoid going for titles against the Warriors. The Rockets have been in win-now mode, very aggressive in trying to get to the top.
Sinks the three-pointer. Gordon's got 5.
And really, the three-point shot is Gordon's specialty, Kevin. When he squares himself up, there's a real high chance he's dropping it in.
1:07 left to play in the first quarter. Dinwiddie passes to Harris. Chandler outside. Pass to Claxton. 6 to shoot. Goes back up. Can't get the layup. Rockets leading by 4. In the corner, it's Gordon. Makes it off the glass. He's got 7.
And Gordon doing a nice job measuring these inside shots well. I mean, has a solid, quick release pretty much from anywhere on the floor.
.36 seconds left to play here in the first. Dinwiddie dishes to Harris. Kicks it to Chandler. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Harris. Over Gordon. Misses off the left iron. Now Rivers. Three-pointer. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close a quarter.
Talk about lifting and energizing them at the end of a quarter. A 3 at the buzzer, that'll do it.
James Harden getting it done for the Houston Rockets. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We come back right after this. One of the league's best point guards, Kyrie Irving, had this to say about his competition.
In 2011, I came into a league where the point guard position was still being revolutionized, and now guys are solidifying that spot every single year. There are young guys coming in, but now we have established point guards that are franchise-changing point guards. And for me, having that competitive drive every single game, I know I'm going against an elite point guard every single game. So I think that now coming into the league, it's a lot different than it was before.
Some say, Greg, a golden age at the point guard position.
Yeah, and Irving right there with the best of them. He embraces the challenge.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
Rivers and Gordon make the backcourt. Jamari Carroll is out there with McLemore. And it's Cephalosha in at the center. That's the 5 for Houston right now. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson, who's a native of Long Island, now has his dream job, coaching the Brooklyn Nets. He doesn't need praise or recognition. Instead, he's fueled by the fear of failure. He says, I always feel like I'm one banana peel away from never being in the NBA again. And Kevin, he's got his team playing with that same determination.
David, he sure does. Thank you very much. Now Gordon after the missed 3 from KD. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Durant's got his second basket.
Yeah, I just love how Durant finishes over contact, not allowing the D to contain it.
Rivers against Harris. On the wing, Gordon. The pass to Carroll. Shoots over KD. Tries again, and it's laid up and in by Carroll. Carroll's got the lead up to 14 now for the Rockets. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Harris's shot is good.
You know, most think of him as a deep shooter, and that's accurate, but Harris is also not shy about doing damage closer to the rim.
Now here's Rivers. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
As a defender, he's going to just be a bothersome, worrisome guy, making you miserable all night. A hand in your face on every jumper.
Harris against Cephalosha. Harris passes to Durant. That shot misses. And Houston the other way now. Looking ahead to their next game, playing at New Orleans, they'll match up against the Pelicans. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip.
Tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys, and the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Just keep feeding him. Let him eat.
Nets trail by 14. Now, when he came into the league, Eric Gordon was tagged as a shooter. Now he's been shooting more than ever.
And Gordon the last few seasons.
Oh, the power on that throwdown.
Well, Well, I love the speed that Durant has. I mean, fantastic at slashing into the paint and scoring right at the rim. That length of stride of his and his speed, lethal combination.
No coverage that time. 20 points for Eric Gordon.
You know, throughout this quarter, guys, they've had no answer for him defensively. And he's been absolutely relentless.
Dinwiddie passes to Harris. Dinwiddie outside. Got a piece of it. Good for another basket for him. Number 4 today. He's 4 of 8.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
Rivers kicks to McLemore. On the wing, Eric Gordon. From the corner, here's Cephalosha. The dish to Carroll. It's Rivers on the wing. Clock at 6. Dinwiddie with some nice D.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Durant tries again. Another shot. Got a piece of it.
And, you know, a strong physical defender, when Carroll's in the area, he's got good timing to block shots.
Green, he's checked in for Houston. And the Nets making a change here as well. LeVert's checked in for Wilson Chandler. Durant with it. Now Green defending. It's stolen by Green. Here's Rivers. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Kevin Durant.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
The Rockets shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
You know, their percentages dropped off just a little bit compared to last year, guys, but it's not a huge drop-off, so no major concern.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Robert Covington's checked in for DeMarre Carroll, and Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Gordon. Westbrook against Irving. Over Westbrook. Second chance shot. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
James Harden. He's checked in for Rivers. Free throw good, Jordan. And Clark, when you think back to your playing days in high school, what memories come to mind?
Well, just the fun of being able to have success all 4 years I was at St. Joseph High School in Cleveland, the way the city rallied around us my senior year when we had a chance to play for a state championship, unfortunately came up short. The teammates and coaches and teachers that I had a chance to enjoy those 4 years with, all really fond, special memories for me.
Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Here's Green. Goes back up, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Kevin Durant.
And the length of Green is a real issue for the D. His arms just go forever, which often results in a lot of shooting fouls for him.
Jared Allen's checked in for Durant. And both free throws good for Green.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Passes it to LeVert. On its way from Irving for 2. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Irving's got his first bucket in this one. Now here's Westbrook. He's got 8. Feeds to Harden. Stolen by Allen. LeVert against Harden. LeVert the pass to Irving. Good D by Covington.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contributions.
Westbrook takes it out to Covington. From outside, off the mark. And so Allen will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. It's a 13-point game. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And the bench turned up in that one. Whatever they couldn't get from their starters, they got from the reserves.
Well, you know, you hear about the importance of having depth all the time, bench players that contribute. In last game, their bench came alive.
Here's Covington. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Covington's got his second bucket tonight.
Hey, we know Harden can score it, but he also has great vision.
Nets trail by 15. And here's Irving. He's one of the better scorers in the league, averaging almost 25 points a game. Three-pointer, LeVert. Harden with the defensive effort. Rockets have gone 7 of 14 in the second quarter, shooting to the tune of 50%. Here's Covington. Rebound, Brooklyn.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Prince finds LeVert. Allen with it. He's covered by Westbrook. And Covington sends it back. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Houston making a switch here. Tucker's checked in. That's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
And here's a look at some stats for LeVert. How last month turned out for him. He's averaging 10 points a game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And there isn't much to write home about with his numbers. I think he'd like to up his contributions.
Yeah, but you got to earn that chance. I mean, you get what you earn. His numbers are fine, but he's not going to get a lot more floor time unless he turns it up a notch. Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
Irving against Westbrook. Now here's Tucker. D right on him, and Westbrook throws it down.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely asleep.
Prince, the pass to Allen. He kicks it to Irving. 6 on the shot clock. Launches a 3. Offensive rebound, Nets. Fires for 3. Westbrook pulls it in. Westbrook's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Back to Harden. Stolen by Allen. Here's the break. Here's LeVert. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on James Harden.
Boy, when LeVert is assertive and in attack mode, I love watching him go. He's got the athleticism to allow him to get a lot done.
That free throw missing. And before his scary foot dislocation in November of 2018, Karis LeVert enjoying a breakout season. Greg even garnering some most improved buzz around the NBA.
Yeah, and fortunately, the injury not as bad as it looked initially. Yeah, he's looking to continue that impressive trajectory.
He hits the second from the line. And you look at Karis LeVert, Clark out of Michigan, 6'7", and a tremendous athlete.
Kevin, he's one of my favorite players over the last handful of years coming out of college. He had some injury issues his last 2 seasons at Michigan, but he's an excellent two-way player. Outstanding energy and aggressiveness, and makes all kinds of plays at both ends of the floor and plays the game the right way.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
Tell you what, those are crazy numbers, guys. I mean, believe me, I was a good rebounder in my day. It is not easy to corral that many boards in one night.
Green in the post, guarded by Prince, and that one good. And the Rockets lead by 16. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Rockets.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
The 15-footer jump shot is good. Irving's got 4 this quarter.
It sure was textbook, and Irving is fantastic in the screen roll. A solid decision maker in these sets, and he also can put it in the basket himself if he needs to.
Westbrook dishes to Harden. They kick it out to Green. Shot clock at 6. And here's Covington from the arc. Rebounded by the Nets. Jordan's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Stolen by Harden. Here's Tucker, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
You know, starting out in the D-League, then bouncing around the international circuit, Tucker took the long, hard road to get here.
And if there was ever a definition of a glue guy, Greg, it would be P.J. Tucker. He's so valuable to his team.
You know, P.J. gives you production in every way, and his impact really goes beyond the stats. All the little things that coaches want their players to do, that's really the motto of Tucker's game.
Look, we've talked about footwork, but a player's hands, how he catches, how he passes, the use of his hands are huge. And there are a couple guys out there that are great at that.
Kawhi Leonard has got some mitts unlike any other in the league. I mean, he's not that tall. He's long-armed, and his hands are humongous. That ball looks like a tennis ball in his hands. And not only are they big, they're good. He's active with them on defense, and he's very strong in how he handles the ball offensively. You know, I think about a guy in terms of maybe not size, but really good hands. Jokic, his hands are phenomenal.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
Pass to Harris. This is to Allen. Knocked away. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. As we approach the halfway mark, let's take a look at how everything stands out west. You look at Houston, the season well underway, and they've been solid in third right now.
Yeah, right now, though, the Rockets, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
They do have the pieces in place for a title run, but the competition in the playoffs will be stiff.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
13 feet away. And it's LeVert missing.
You know, the fact is, he's not a lock from there, but he was open enough to where he should have hit that shot.
A nice shot by Tucker. Tucker's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside Jordan. Harris looking it over. LeVert up top. Shot clock at 5. Irving for 3. Great D that time from Westbrook.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
You know, that's a trademark of his defense. Quick to react, close down the shooter, and then affect the shot.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
And so it's the Houston Rockets sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. And you have to credit their defense for the job they've been doing against Irving. Kyrie's been almost invisible out there, and we don't say that very often. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Eric Gordon taking care of business in this one. He had 20 points and 2 assists. His last game out, he was just not himself. But tonight, he has rounded right back into form with a very solid first half. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
Well, their field goal percentage is a number that jumps off the page. May I say it's Shaq-like? That's a good one. Seriously, they're incredibly efficient shooting the basketball, and I don't think they settle for any bad shots. And you're never going to go wrong with that strategy.
And over to Shaq. What do you think about Brooklyn?
Well, they struggle in a number of areas. Protecting the rim is really at the top of the list. They haven't made that a priority. They haven't put forth a whole lot of effort. You got to protect the rim.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. We're seeing a tremendous game from Eric Gordon.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Checking out the group for Kenny Atkinson to start the second half. Irving and LeVert are at the 1 and 2. Then it's Jordan, and it's Taurean Prince, and it's Claxton in at the power forward position.
That kind of energy and hustle on the glass usually produces good results.
Westbrook kicks to Harden. Green deciding where to go with it. Back to Harden. Shoots over LeVert. Brooklyn with the rebound.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
Claxton the pass to Irving. Outside Jordan. Prince in the corner. Three-pointer. Unable to get that one.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Here's Covington, and it's blocked by Jordan.
Hey, get that weak stuff out of here. Take it home. Jordan is fantastic at rejecting those kinds of shots.
Irving kicks to Prince. They get a hand on it, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden.
And a great front office in Brooklyn. General manager Sean Marks taking over in 2016, and he just signed an extension.
And you know, guys, that San Antonio tree has some great branches on it all over the league, and he's one of them. I mean, he's been a player, a coach, has worked in the front office. Marks understands all sides of the basketball business.
Westbrook with the steal. Harden right side from downtown, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 7th assist in the game. Here's LeVert. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Pass to Irving. Looking to get back on track here. Rebounded by Tucker. Tucker's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Now, you can't sleep on this guy's finishing ability. He loves getting room to throw it down on you. And he'll put you in a poster if you let it.
And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Nets. They've got the Timberwolves ahead of them next in Minneapolis. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road. And Tucker kicks to Harden. And the jam by Harden.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Back to Jordan. Prince against Covington. And it's Prince penetrating. And he comes up with the deuce. Prince has got 6 points. For Houston, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Harden outside. He dishes it to Tucker. Harden with it. He's picked up by Jordan. Yep, that one goes. Harden's got 9 points here in the second half.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Durant up top, guarded by Tucker. Lobs it up for Jordan, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Covington. That one, no good. Prince with the defensive effort. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. A nice shot by LeVert.
And LeVert is always aggressive. I like that mindset of his, especially in how he drives to the rim playing downhill. Goes there with a lot of speed.
Covington wide open. He fires. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 8th assist in the game. And on the way from Irving for 3. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. The Rockets have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. And Green slams it in.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up for those.
Brooklyn's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
Well, you know, last season for the Rockets, not as strong as the season prior. 53 wins and 4th seed compared to 65 wins and the #1 seed in 2018. Still face the same fate in the playoffs, though. Not able to overcome the Warriors.
So for the Rockets, Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for P.J. Tucker. Damari Carroll comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. Wilson Chandler's checked in for the Nets. Spencer Dinwiddie comes in for Karis LeVert. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. And taking care of the ball has been a problem for them.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
Clark, for the Rockets, that was the 4th time in the last 5 years they've lost to the Warriors in the playoffs.
And it's easy to see why this team has become a bit obsessed with beating the Warriors. They've been unable to do it in 4 or 5 meetings. Team is still in a good spot to compete. I think they just need to tweak just a touch to maybe get over the hump.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Houston.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Well, last season for sure, Greg, a bit of a journey for DeAndre Jordan as he went from the Mavericks to the Knicks before his free agency. Now he is a part of Brooklyn.
And both KD and Kyrie took pay cuts to get Jordan on board. Still a factor with his size and defense despite a lackluster year in 2019. Nets are hoping he can find his magic and be a force once again.
Sefolosha misses.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup. And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
And there's the pass to Dinwiddie. Clock at 6. Puts up a 3. And again, it's the Nets missing. Now the Rockets with it. They're on a 14-5 run. Rivers with it. He's picked up by Irving. Here's Carroll. He averages about 5 points a game. The Rockets with another miss. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Chandler outside. Lobs it up for Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Yeah, you got to respect the athletic reach of Jordan now. Throw it up, and he will bash in the alley-oop.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Rockets. Pass to Rivers. Pass to Green. And Jordan sends it back. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it. The fast break chance. Chandler trying to free himself up. Tries again. And the rejection by Harden.
I don't know if there's a player in the league that has better handles than Kyrie Irving. As a matter of fact, his handles are as good as any I've seen in the history of the game. Smooth, crafty, cunning. Man, it is so much a joy to watch this guy do his thing.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Well, a lot of rough times for Irving in his final year with the Celtics. Opted out And obviously Greg wanted a change.
And quickly zeroed in on Brooklyn as a destination. His time in Boston had clearly come to an end by the finale of last season. Now joins up with a new stacked team in Brooklyn.
Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving.
You know, for a team like the Nets building without top picks, player development becomes critical. I mean, the Nets have made that a key focus for their franchise, and you can see the results paying dividends now.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Clark, you were talking about the Nets player development. Guys like Spencer Dinwiddie and Joe Harris were signed as free agents.
Yeah, and you know, guys, a coaching staff dedicated to taking them to the next level in terms of improvement and player development, the investment they make in their top-notch training facility, all of that focus paying off for them.
The first one falls.
Well, a lot of players can get hot, but nobody can match Harden when he gets locked in. The way he can create space and drill shots from deep, really impossible to guard.
And the Rockets making a change here. Gordon's checked in. Harris is checked in for the Nets. Timeout called, the Nets. And with Harden, he not only gets hot for a game, but stays hot, Greg, for longer periods of time.
And you saw that last year with his streak of 30 and 40-point games. For weeks, he can dominate and really frustrate defenses, and there isn't anything you can do about it.
Rockets have gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. It's Rivers on the wing. And it's sent back by Allen.
It's really hard to shoot over Allen, which is probably why you shouldn't try to do it.
Durant wide open, he fires. And again, it's the Nets missing. Houston's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Rivers, it's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 3 assists tonight.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Pass to Harris. Tipped away. Harden with the defensive effort. Houston's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. And it's out of bounds to the Rockets as Houston retains possession. Puts it up off the inbound. That one wide left. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting 31%, not looking sharp offensively, to say the least. Dinwiddie passes to Durant. This one for 3. Drills the three-pointer. KD's got 11.
And that stroke of Durant, effortless. I mean, easily pulling up from the perimeter. Textbook form. Beautiful to watch.
Here's Harden on the wing. For the 3. Brooklyn with the rebound. Claxton's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and-one chance here to make it a three-point play. Well, Eric Gordon is the kind of player that you absolutely do not go under on a screen. He'll pull up from deep.
Yeah, he's got great range, and you watch the former Hoosier shoot, and you see how much he uses his legs. Gordon's liable to take a shot from any distance in the gym. I mean, he's got that kind of range, and his form is very efficient, and his confidence is sky high. Boy, I covered Jared Allen in college, and you look at the physical profile he's got. 7.5-foot wingspan, big hands, explosive, really good athlete. He's got all the tools and an upside without limits.
You were talking, Clark, about Allen's length and leaping ability. He's dangerous around the rim.
Boy, he sure is, guys. Still developing his skill game, but he's already more than serviceable at the offensive end of the floor. And we know he's a rim protector defensively. Good feet, gets up and down, has a nice touch and good hands. boy, this guy is going to be some kind of player going forward.
Gordon dishes to Carroll. Rivers with it. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Good.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
That's exactly how it should be done. Get the bump, concentrate on the shot, and you'll get the bucket too.
Free throw no good for Rivers.
And what a journey it's been for Austin Rivers since being drafted 10th overall back in 2012. Looked like he might not have what it takes to be an NBA player early, but he persevered and is now an integral part of this group.
On the wing, Harris. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Shoots over Carroll. Rockets with the rebound. And with Rivers, he's never given up on himself and continued to add to his game. Even, Greg, as he's gone from team to team.
You know, he's shown that he can function as either the point or off guard and still give great production from either spot. And as he grows older, you could see him being a top-level sixth man for the rest of his career.
Harris outside. Here's the floater. He gets it in there. Harris has got his third basket of the night.
You know, what nice touch that time on the floater. I mean, you can tell Harris is comfortable going to that shot when the opportunity is there.
Here's Rivers. The three-pointer is right on target. Rivers has got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Rockets. Dinwiddie outside. Harris outside. The pass to Allen. Over Gordon. There's Allen. That's good on the assist by Harris. Allen's got his second bucket of the night.
Set up on a platter that time by Harris. A room service dime right there.
Gordon against Harris. Gordon kicks to Rivers. Lays it up and banks it in. Rivers has got 10 points now just in this quarter.
You know, this has been a totally different half for him. He definitely looks more comfortable now, guys.
Here's KD. He's got 13. Passes it to Harris. 43 seconds left to play in the third. Allen right side. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Allen's got 6.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Pass to McLemore. Gordon deciding where to go with it. Pass to Carroll. And some nice passing there by Houston. Rivers can't get it to go. Out to Harris for 3. That's good, and it's KD with the assist. He's got 9.
You know, really good to see Harris playing with that kind of confidence because, you know, these shots will only help him get better.
He gets it up. It's off. And so it's Houston, ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. And we'll be back with you shortly. Let's hear what Mike D'Antoni was going over with his team moments ago.
Way to fight, guys. Way to fight. That's all it is. That's all it is. Way to get on the floor. Way to go, guys.
Well, you can see, Greg, he sees the fighting spirit in his team right now.
Yeah, they're playing with energy and purpose. Coach sounds very pleased.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. So on the floor for Houston, Russell Westbrook out there with McLemore. And it's Hartenstein in at the 5. On the wing, Harris. He's covered by Westbrook. Here's Temple over McLemore. That doesn't fall. Can't drop his first shot. Right side, Westbrook. Lets the 3 fly. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
Burnett shooting a pretty low, 34% thus far. Temple, the pass to Harris. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Here's Luwawu, and it's denied. And it's Houston on the break. House has got the ball. And the pass to Caboclo. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Mark, the max contract didn't exist when you were playing. Is it something that should be up for debate?
Well, it's a function of the economics of the league now, and in theory, there's some reasons why you have max contracts, because a guy has earned that opportunity, a way to keep a star player or a max contract player with the same team, I think is part of the reasoning behind it. I mean, debating it and talking about it is probably something that makes some sense. If you're thinking about getting rid of it, I'm not so sure.
Harris outside. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Here's Temple. Can they get it? And it's off the back rim. No good.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position. You could see the frustration on his face.
To the left wing. From deep, McLemore. Offensive rebound. Hartenstein can't get it to go. Pass to Caboclo. The kick out to Westbrook. Lets it fly. Another miss by Houston.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Pass to Luwawu. Back to Temple. Pass to Luwawu. 5 on the clock. To the paint. Knocks it loose. Here's Claxton. And finally, that one's good.
Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for Houston. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Out to the right wing. Now here's McLemore. He's guarded closely. Caruch grabs the board. For Brooklyn, they've gone just 1 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. The pass to Claxton. Here's Luwawu. 6 to shoot. Puts it up. It's rebounded by McLemore. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. And Brooklyn making a change here. Chandler's checked in. The Nets shooting about 33%. Not happy with their play on that end. Temple, the pass to Caruch. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Shot on the wing. Chandler, no good. The Rockets have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. McLemore, the pass to Hartenstein. Here's Caboclo. The rebound by Luwawu.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
House the pass to McLemore. Kicks it to Westbrook. The tray. And basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
Right now, the defense needs to do a better job of closing out on this guy. He's heating up from outside.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Chandler the pass to Karuch. The teardrop falls in. Karuch has got his first bucket of the night.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Now Westbrook over to the left wing. 20 feet out. And that one is good from Hartenstein. It's the Nets now. Chandler outside. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Chandler. Now here's Westbrook. Westbrook double teamed to the inside. Hartenstein, and he banks in the layup.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
Here's Llewellyn. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And there's a whistle. That goes on Daniel House. That is his first foul of the game. Passes it to Llewellyn. Here's Karuch. 6 on the shot clock. And there it is for him. Karuch has got 4 this quarter. And here's Westbrook. For a couple years now, the NBA has released the last 2 minutes report detailing missed calls in any game. Does it hurt the officials to have that information out there?
I don't think it hurts. It's not always comfortable, but I like the transparency of the move. I really do. I think when we're transparent about the human nature of what we do as broadcasters or referees or players or coaches, I think it makes for a better product. So I'm in favor of that.
Here's House. Back to McLemore. Here's the 3. And another 3 for Houston.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
The net shooting in this fourth quarter pretty dire at 27%. Temple finds Chandler. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
So good at scoring from the mid-range. Chandler often looks to score from this area of the floor.
Pass to Caboclo. Now here's McLemore. He's covered closely. And some nice passing there by Houston. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
Probably wasn't the shot they were looking for, but they'll take the bucket.
Here's Temple. Chandler goes in, puts it up from 12. Nice jump shot. Good.
No idea what they were thinking there defensively. I mean, that's a shot he makes often.
Rockets have gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. Westbrook scanning the floor. Pass to Caboclo. Chandler with the steal. Here's Karuch. He's covered by Westbrook. And the basket by Karuch. Westbrook with it. Clark, there are strong divisions and there are weak divisions. And the NBA might be considering removing divisions altogether and having only 2 conferences. What do you think?
You know, that's interesting. I like the divisions because that's what we've been accustomed to, but just having straight conferences, I wouldn't see much harm in that. You'd adjust the schedule accordingly in terms of how many games you play within the conference and how many times each opponent, but I think that could work.
And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You 2 players.
And the Nets with possession here. Here's Claxton. 5 to shoot. Here's Temple. It's rebounded by Houston. Hartenstein's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Westbrook passes to Caboclo. And he uses the glass on the layup. Caboclo's got 6 in the quarter.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Now the pass to Caruch. With some arc. Doesn't go for him. And the Rockets take it the other way. Now Westbrook passes to McLemore. Back to Westbrook. Out to the wing. Here's House. He can't get it to go. Nice D from Chandler. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Caruch. Westbrook with the steal. Here is House. And a missed layup.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
Pass to Claxton. The last couple of years, Clark, we've seen a couple of Hall of Fame level players go on these farewell tours on their final year in the NBA. What a great way for fans of opposing teams to honor these terrific stars.
You know, I was a little bit mixed on how I felt about the farewell tours, but these 2 were handled so beautifully, and there have been others that have been handled great. It gives the fans an opportunity to express their feelings for some of the greats in the game, and that's heartwarming for all of us, I think.
Yeah, you and I were just talking about the way Kobe and Wade were terrific in their tours. There's 1:38 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Temple, the pass to Caruch. Here's the teardrop, and he lays it up and in. Caruch has got 8 points in the quarter.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Rockets.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief 2-gamer.
I tell you what, Greg, no matter how brief it is, anytime you can get a season series sweep, you're happy.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Russell Westbrook.
He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
Over to the wing. Outside. House. The rebound by the Nets.
Just enough coverage to bother that 3-point attempt.
Claxton. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
A dependable passer. Chandler doesn't just look to score. I mean, he's also good at finding his open teammate.
Now here's Westbrook. So we see Houston taking the W here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, James. Congrats on the win. Looked like you guys really had a lot of confidence and really had a lot of flow offensively.
Yeah, we just tried to move the ball and make the game easy tonight. We did a great job of actually just, guys getting shots, easy shots, and our defense really stepped up.
Yeah, great team performance all around, James. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.